10 everyday habits that quietly drain your Vonger years, and how to do less of them. Did you know there are tiny, everyday choices that can quietly chip away at the years you have left? As we cruise into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, the whole health conversation flips. It isn't about stacking more onto our plates, adding supplements, or cranking exercise to the max. It's often about doing less of the things that secretly cost us less worry, less sitting, less rushing, less of the habits that feel harmless until they add up. In this video, we'll walk through 10 surprisingly common patterns that tend to creep in with age, and we'll show you how small adjustments can add big returns. More energy, sharper focus, steadier mood, and the kind of longevity that feels worth living. These aren't extremes or trendy fixes. They're the practical, science-aligned shifts that researchers have been recommending for years. The good news: you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do everything at once. A little awareness, a few intentional choices, and a dash of courage can start shifting the trajectory today. Stay with us because number 10 might just reframe how you see your habits and free you up to live lighter. Let's begin. 1. Constant worry over small things. Worry is a sneaky guest that walks into your day without knocking, parks itself on the couch, and lingers for hours. A flicker of what if, a replay of something that happened, and suddenly you're mentally sprinting toward problems that haven't even appeared. That low-level hum might seem harmless, but over time it taxes your nervous system, disrupts sleep, unsettles digestion, and keeps your heart working overtime. Many people past 60 notice how much mental bandwidth they've spent on tiny dramas, someone's tone, an uncertain email reply, a maybe this goes wrong thought loop. It's exhausting, and it doesn't pay rent. Chronic stress tightens your chest, stirs your stomach, and can disturb immunity. It's been shown to shorten telomeres, those protective caps on DNA that help regulate cellular aging. If you've ever lain awake at 3 a.m. replaying a small thing, you already know the toll. Letting go isn't about becoming indifferent, it's about becoming selective. Try asking, do I need to carry this? Is this really mine to solve? The more you practice choosing where to invest mental energy, the more you build the habit of redirecting your mind toward calm. The people who stay vibrant into their 80s and 90s often share a calm approach. They focus on what they can influence and make peace with the rest. They don't deny life's challenges, they just don't carry them everywhere. The gentle release of unnecessary worry adds years, and more importantly, it adds the quality of those years. 2. Sitting 4 long hours without movement. We don't talk enough about how sitting quietly shortens our stride over time. It's not just the occasional seated pause. It's those unbroken stretches that keep circulation sluggish and muscles dulled. Whether it's the evening news, a long drive, or the day job's desk, long periods of stillness slow blood flow, stiffen joints, and fan inflammation. It doesn't sound dramatic, but it adds up. Prolonged sitting is now called the new smoking for a reason. It's linked to heart issues, diabetes, joint stiffness, and earlier mortality. Regular exercise helps, but it doesn't undo hours of stillness. A morning walk is great. If you sit the rest of the day, the costs still add up. Movement isn't about marathon training. It's about frequency and variety. Older adults, especially in retirement, can drift into a calm rhythm that's actually quite sedentary. A little TV here, a nap there, a long afternoon in a chair. It's not laziness, it's comfort and habit. The body needs circulation, muscle activation, and frequent position changes to stay functional. Tiny tweaks help. Stand every 30 minutes, stretch while coffee brews, walk the room on phone calls, shift position often, take gentle movement breaks. Make movement a natural part of life gardening. Stairs with purpose, slow dancing in the kitchen, putting on music and swaying while you fold laundry. People who live long lives stay in motion, not because they're athletes, but because movement is woven into their days. It becomes a way to honor the body, not a chore you have to schedule. 3. Eating late 18-9. It's easy to think a late snack is no big deal. And occasionally it is. But regularly eating close to bedtime strains digestion, spikes blood sugar, and interferes with the body's overnight repair cycle. After sunset, metabolism naturally slows. Organs shift from active processing to recovery. If you eat late, especially heavy, greasy, or sugary foods, you force systems to keep working rather than resting. That often leads to poor sleep, indigestion, weight gain, acid reflux, and stress on the heart over time. Your liver and gut function best when they have extended breaks from food, especially during sleep. That overnight fast gives the body time to detox, rebalance hormones, and restore energy for the next day. When you feed late, that healing window shrinks and the effects pile up: foggier mornings, lower energy, more inflammation, changes in memory and mood. Shift can help. Finish dinner 2 or 3 hours before lying down. Many people notice sleep quality improve within days. You don't have to add anything new. Just stop doing one small thing that had outsized consequences. Longevity isn't always about breakthroughs. It's often about listening to the body's natural wisdom and letting it rest when it asks to. 4. Suppressing your emotions. For many older adults, especially those raised to be polite, self-controlled, or the strong one, emotions often stay under lock and key. Keeping the peace by keeping feelings inside can feel familiar. But unexpressed emotions don't vanish, they settle in the body. The cost shows up in ways that pills can't fix. Chronic emotional suppression has been linked to elevated blood pressure, heart strain, insomnia, and autoimmune issues. When we bottle things up, grief, anger, fear, the nervous system stays in a low-level fight-or-flight mode. The body remains tense, heart rate rises, stress becomes a default setting. That doesn't mean you need to become loud or confrontational. It means giving yourself permission to feel, to name what's true, to say, "That hurt, I need space," or "I'm not okay right now." Those aren't signs of weakness, they're signs of life. The longest living people often have a trait in common. They don't carry emotional weight for too long. They find ways to release it: conversation, prayer, journaling, a quiet cry alone on the porch. They let emotions pass through rather than get stuck inside. You might be surprised how much lighter you feel once you stop pretending you're fine when you're not. How your sleep improves, how your shoulders relax, how your appetite evens out. When you make space for emotional honesty, your body responds with trust. That trust shows up as health, ease, and often years added to your life. 5. Over-consuming processed sugar. Sugar slips in quietly. A spoonful in coffee, a couple of cookies after lunch, cake at a gathering. On its own, each moment seems trivial. Together, the cumulative effect can be far more damaging than we realize, especially as we get older. The less processed sugar you consume, the better your chances of avoiding inflammation, memory issues, and chronic disease. As we age, metabolism slows and the body becomes more sensitive to sugar's effects. What didn't cause much harm in your 30s can now disrupt energy, spike blood sugar, and stress the heart, liver, and kidneys. Sugar's addictive nature makes it easy to crave more, even when the body is asking for less. Excessive intake has been linked to type 2 diabetes and dementia. High blood sugar can damage vessels, including those in the brain, and accelerate cognitive decline. For older adults, this often shows up as forgetfulness, brain fog, mood swings. Cutting back even a little leads to clearer thinking, steadier energy, and better sleep. You don't have to quit everything sweet, choose more natural sources like fruit, or reduce added sugar in cereals, sauces, and drinks. Sometimes becoming aware of hidden sugars is enough to change choices. When you do, taste buds reset, energy stabilizes, and overall vitality returns. Many older adults who cut back say the same thing. I didn't realize how tired I'd been until I stopped. Sugar may give a quick rush, but it takes more than it gives. Choosing less isn't about restriction. It's about restoration, about giving your body a chance to thrive, not just survive. That decision adds up to more energy, more clarity, and more years. 6. Ignoring sleep signals. One of the simplest, most overlooked contributors to a longer life is sleep. But not sleep in general. It's responding to your body's natural signals when it asks for rest. Too many older adults push through drowsiness, stay up late watching television, or disrupt rhythms with inconsistent sleep times. That may feel harmless in the moment, but the long-term effects on health can be significant. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's when the brain clears waste, tissues repair, and hormones rebalance. Every system benefits from consistent quality sleep. The older you get, the more important it becomes. When you ignore cues, staying up past fatigue, eating too late, letting screens keep your mind wired, you rob yourself of deep cellular restoration. There's a common myth that we need less sleep as we age. The truth is, older adults often get less sleep because they stop honoring natural patterns. Bright lights late at night, caffeine too late in the day, or a restless mind filled with unfinished thoughts interfere with the gentle descent your body needs. Listening to your body can be as simple as noticing when eyelids feel heavy or focus starts to fade. That's your body saying it's time. Respond by creating a calm environment, limiting stimulation, and getting into bed while your body's ready. You begin to rebuild a relationship with rest that carries you well into later years. People who live long, healthy lives often have strong sleep habits, not rigid schedules but rhythms they honor. They treat sleep as sacred, not as an inconvenience. When you do the same, you'll likely notice more energy, better digestion, sharper memory, and a stronger immune response. It's not about perfection. It's about intention and wisdom, listening to what your body whispers before it has to shout. 7. Isolating yourself from others. Isolation can be a quiet danger that doesn't always look the way you expect. It's not just about being alone. It's going days without meaningful conversation, withdrawing when you need support, convincing yourself that staying to yourself is easier than reaching out. The longer you stay in that pattern, the more it affects mood, body, and even lifespan. Social isolation has been linked to higher rates of cognitive decline, depression, and mortality. In fact, prolonged loneliness can be as harmful as smoking or obesity. Yet it often goes unnoticed, easy to hide, easy to explain away with "people are busy" or "I'm used to being alone." Even the most independent among us are wired for connection. Especially in the second half of life, we need shared moments, small ones, to stay emotionally and physically well. A walk with a neighbor, a phone call with a friend, a quick chat at the grocery store. These may seem small, but they carry weight. They remind you that you matter, that you're still part of something bigger. After 60, life can get quieter. Children have grown, careers have slowed, routines have shifted. It's easy to fade from community. But that's when connection matters most. It doesn't have to be complicated, steady relationships. Regular conversations can make all the difference in how your brain functions, how your immune system responds, how deeply you feel joy. People who age well aren't surrounded by crowds, but they're not disconnected either. They make a point to stay in touch, reach out even when it feels awkward, say yes to invitations, check in on others. They add years to their life and life to their years. If you've been pulling back, Consider this a nudge. Someone out there is probably hoping to hear from you today. One meaningful moment might remind your nervous system you're not alone. 8. Rushing through meals. Eating slowly can feel like a lost art in a fast world. But after 60, how you eat becomes as important as what you eat. Rushing through meals, eating while standing, distracted, or in a hurry affects digestion, can lead to overeating, poor nutrient absorption, and increases risk of chronic issues like heartburn, bloating, and weight gain. When you eat too fast, your body doesn't have enough time to signal fullness. You may consume more than you need before your brain catches up. For older adults, this can be especially tricky. Metabolism slows and digestion becomes more delicate. A heavy meal eaten too quickly can leave you sluggish, uncomfortable, or disrupt blood sugar for hours afterward. Meals aren't just fuel. They're moments of pause, opportunities to check in with your body, emotions, and the simple pleasures of life. When you eat slowly, you engage all your senses: flavor, texture, warmth. You chew more fully, helping your gut work easier. You breathe between bites, giving your nervous system a chance to settle. Slowing down at the table isn't about being fancy. It's about kindness to your body. It's a way of saying, I'm not in a race. That mindset carries into other areas: sleep, stress, presence. People who live long, healthy lives often treat meals with reverence. Not as something to get through, but something to savor. They give themselves time to reflect, time to digest, not just food, but the day. If you've fallen into autopilot eating, try taking 5 minutes longer. Sit down, take a deep breath, put the fork down between bites. You might find that slowing down at the table helps you speed up healing, and it's one of the gentlest habits you can build for a longer, more nourished life. 9. Staying in toxic environments. Peace of mind isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And yet many people spend years, sometimes decades, staying in environments that slowly drain them. It could be a relationship that leaves you feeling small, a social circle filled with criticism or gossip, or even a home where conflict simmers under the surface. Whatever the case, the body keeps score. The longer you stay in those spaces, the more your health reflects it. Toxic environments don't always announce themselves loudly. Sometimes it's the subtle tension in your chest when you enter a room, the way you brace before a conversation, how your sleep suffers or your appetite shifts without obvious reason. Over time, chronic emotional stress raises cortisol, wears down your immune system, and can lead to long-term conditions like hypertension, digestive issues, and anxiety-related disorders. After 60, your tolerance for these environments often wanes, not because you've gotten weaker, but because you've gotten wiser. You begin to understand that longevity isn't just about diet or exercise. It's also about atmosphere, about the emotional climate you live in. Sometimes the most important health decision has nothing to do with what you eat, and everything to do with who you're around and how you feel when you're there. Making a change doesn't always mean walking away entirely. Sometimes it means speaking up, setting firmer boundaries, carving out space for yourself even inside a difficult situation. But in many cases, it does mean letting go of roles you've outgrown, relationships that no longer serve, places that no longer feel like home. People who age well create spaces around them that are calm, supportive, and emotionally safe. Healing happens faster in peace than in intention. Not afraid to choose solitude over hostility, stillness over drama. If something in your life feels toxic, listen closely. That discomfort is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's your body and spirit telling you, we can't thrive here anymore. The less time you spend in those environments, the more space you create for healing, clarity, and a life that feels genuinely livable. 10. Overusing alcohol or self-medication. As we get older, the body becomes more sensitive to what we put into it. And that includes alcohol, over-the-counter medications, and even herbal remedies. What once felt harmless, a nightly glass of wine, a pill to sleep, something to take the edge off, can start having outsized effects on your liver, your brain, and your overall vitality. While no one sets out to harm themselves, the habit of reaching for a quick fix can slowly turn into a pattern that shortens both lifespan and quality of life. Alcohol affects older adults differently. As muscle mass decreases and water retention changes, the body processes alcohol more slowly. A drink that felt mild in your 40s might hit harder now. Reaction time slows, sleep gets disrupted, blood pressure creeps up, and it becomes easy to overlook these changes until a fall happens or memory slips become more frequent or your doctor raises a red flag. The same goes for sleep aids, pain relievers, or anti-anxiety pills taken without close monitoring. They might offer temporary relief, but when used long-term, they can cloud thinking, weaken balance, or strain organs. What starts as an occasional habit can become a quiet dependency that leaves you more tired, more foggy, and more vulnerable. Choosing to do less of these things doesn't mean you never enjoy a glass of wine or avoid necessary medication. It means becoming more aware of what your body is telling you. It means asking, is this helping me heal or is this helping me avoid? And more often than not, it means seeking other ways to unwind: a walk, a warm bath, a conversation, things that soothe your system and nourish it. People who live long, steady lives tend to use less, not more. They don't rely on substances to regulate mood or force the body into rest. They work with their body instead of pushing against it. That choice day after day helps preserve not just years, but clarity, independence, and joy. If something has become a habit that no longer feels helpful, it's never too late to step back and reevaluate. Not out of shame, but out of respect for the life you still have to live and the health you're working to protect. Final thoughts. Which one feels familiar, not because it's serving you, but because it's become part of the background noise of your routine? Longevity isn't always about adding more. It's about subtracting the very things that weigh you down, the patterns that stress your body, the habits that slowly erode your health, the behaviors that take more than they give. You don't need to change everything overnight. Often, just becoming aware is the first step towards something better. Maybe today, you decide to move a little more, to speak up instead of holding back, to rest when you're tired, to eat without rushing. Maybe you let go of just one thing that no longer makes sense for your body, your peace of mind, or your path forward. Because the less you do of what drains you, the more space you create for what restores you. And in that space, life becomes not just longer, but fuller, richer, and more truly your own. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it. Your thoughts are important to us. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.